So, quick weekend update. Got a video coming out properly a bit later on, but there is a new injector on cylinder 2. There is now a quick disconnect fuel line to make life easier removing that fuel rail. And the bike has made progress. It no longer runs on 3 cylinders. It doesn't run at all because I think I flooded the engine. So spark plugs were all wet when I took them out. So while doing that, I also made the battery run down. So that kind of put a stop to that. So to continue this kind of little update, what I have done then is I've come around this side and I decided to check the radiator, because when I did have it running on 3, I hadn't actually checked to see if there's any coolant in the system. There was a crap ton of coolant in the overflow reservoir and nothing in the radiator, so I am now slowly topping that up. Now, to get to the radiator on these bikes, you have to actually remove the fuel tank. Now, you're lucky enough you don't have to remove the fuel tank. You can just take it out of its mountings and rotate it over slightly and it will balance. So what I'm doing now is I'm just basically filling the radiator so that I have some coolant, so that when the spark plugs do dry out, the engine's no longer flooded, and the battery's charged, I can actually run the bike for more than 5 minutes without being too concerned. The other update is up top here. You'll see the brake master's removed. That's because I went to try and bleed the front brake lines now that I've unseized the caliper. I've not done a full rebuild on that caliper because I wanted to see if it would come back alive, because I was basically being cheap and just wanted to get it moving and stopping. But when trying to bleed, there was absolutely no fluid push through really from the master. So what I've done is I've taken that off and I've ordered a brake master rebuild kit from Motorworks. So that should be coming soon, and I'll do a video on how that comes apart. This is a nightmare, by the way, to get off, and I'll go through that in a bit more detail. But eventually you do understand you don't need to really take off this screw here and a screw somewhere. So that screw there, and another screw that fits way down around the back. And once you have those two out, oh sorry, no, it goes into there I think. Anyway, once you have those two out, this thing, brake master, slides off, but you have to rotate the whole assembly. It's a nightmare. So hopefully if I rebuild the master, that means I can push fluid through and I can find out if the calipers themselves need a full rebuild. I'm probably going to end up having to do it, but I'm just being lazy. I still haven't checked the gearbox oil and the final drive because I'm ignoring those till the engine runs consistently, which is where we're at the moment, stymied by my dead battery and my flooded engine. Alright, that's enough of this update. Hopefully you'll see the full video of me screwing that up shortly and my rebuild coming on. So any questions or hints on anything to do with this, because I've still got a fair amount of work to go, let me know in the comments and I'll see you soon.